Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto. This is my website. It's called savewithcrypto.org, and that's me there. However, today I will be on the Stochastic indicator live stream. I'll be there at like 1 p.m. today. I'm just going to do like an hour and just talk about whatever's happening at the time, really. Now that bloke there, I think that is actually Bryan Adams, the Canadian singer-songwriter, but maybe not. Maybe it is me. Anyway, this is a thumbnail made by Izza, who's one of the graphic designers from Crypto Saving Expert. So I gave him a brief explanation of thumbnails I'd like to use, and he produced this character with some sort of AI. Kind of looks a little bit like me, and also looks a bit like Bryan Adams. But more importantly, how does the price of Bitcoin look? Well, it's looking very good, actually, I must admit. This is the 4-hour time frame. Now, this indicator you're seeing here, this is called Quadzilla. This is an indicator you can get by going to savewithcrypto.org/QR. It consists of two parts. One is the momentum oscillator down here, and the other one is these EMAs that it plots on the main chart, and every now and again you will see a little bit of purple and green shading, and then sometimes you'll see a bit of green shading like that. What that means this green line and the yellow line are coming together in the case of a green shading, and in the case of the purple shading it means you've got the lines also coming together, but you've got the yellow one on top. So the purple one is bearish, the green one is bullish. So you can see here, for example, when that happened, you know, the price went up very nicely. Now at the moment, on the lower time frames, like the 12-minute, for example, everything's looking okay. It's looking good. These EMAs are in this order: red, cyan, yellow, green. That is a 5, 9, 21 and 55 EMA. This signifies that the trend is going up at the moment, and that's on the 12-minute. But if we look at something like the 1 hour, you can see that the trend has been up beautifully since Tuesday, and you know, we've just been climbing up and up. Now, is it running out of steam now? I would say that that is a possibility, because if we look at this on, say, the 4-hour time frame, what we've got here, we've got this stochastic convergence band here going right up into this extreme overbought territory. Okay, and also when you get these red backgrounds, that implies that the price is probably going to come down fairly soon. Now, being the 4-hour time frame, it's not instant. So for example, here we had these two patches of red there, and then the price stayed fairly high and then it came down. Could you see, really, with the 4-hour time frame, even when you get that red background, you really have to wait until you start to see the red 5 EMA start to turn downwards before the price comes down. And back here, that took about a day and a half before it started coming down. So maybe the pullback might be sooner. Maybe it might be more like Sunday or Monday. But for now, if we look at something like the 5-minute time frame, you can see that overnight the price has just been gradually grinding up a little bit. Now, it is worth noting that the Bitcoin price closed at 118,140 last night. So that is a figure that I'd probably expect to see maybe late Sunday night or Monday or Tuesday maybe. So we need to remember that figure, 118,140. If you want to look at the actual Bitcoin price on TradingView, just go BTC1 ! And you'll see Bitcoin futures here with the CME there, and you can see here that was indeed the level we closed at here. Now the time of that was 10 p.m. UK time, so the actual price at 10 p.m. UK on, for example, the ByBit perpetual chart was this candle here that closed at 117,644, which means that the CME price actually has a premium of about $500. So realistically, the figure we're looking for on this chart here is about 117,640. So let's mark that on. Okay, well that's not particularly exciting, is it, really? But let's move that on to about Sunday. Let's make it CME blue. And I'm just going to put CME question mark there because that's a possible price that we could see early next week. I mean, it's not that exciting, is it? Because it's pretty much where we are now, unless the price does something crazy over the weekend. Now, I've been trading this on Blofin, and if you go to savewith.crypto.org/Blofin, you will arrive at my link for my competition team here. There's only 3 days left in the competition. Now, I must admit the actual response to the competition has been really quite miserable. I was hoping that we'd have a nice team sort of doing really well, but unfortunately I think out of the 60 odd people in my team, only 3 people are actually trading at the moment, which is not particularly good, because I was hoping to win $4.2 million. So this is our team here of 62 people, and you can see there's only like 4 of us who are actually trading there. And what my plan was is, to get a team of like 10 people trading, and then I'm going to give $100 to the winner, $50 to the second person, and $25 to the third one. But that's probably not going to happen because all these other people aren't trading at all. But anyway, if you do want to join Blofin, you can get amazing sign-up bonuses and super cheap fees by using my link, which is savewithcrypto.org/Blofin. You don't need to do KYC either, so you don't need to tell them who you are or show your passport or do anything official like that. You can just be like an email and a name, and doesn't have to be your real name, and you can trade anonymously, which is a really good advantage for many of us. I mean, at the moment I'm finding it fairly easy to make money by trading. For example, when I started doing the Stochastic live stream on Wednesday, I had this account with just over $2,000 in, and now it's at $4,000. And there's not been any like phenomenal trades. It's just been sort of like, okay, make a few $100, take the profit, do it again, and just compounding like that, really. So, to go from like 2,000 something dollars to 4,000, I think it's a 44% increase of what I've done over the past like 4 days, which is pretty good, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, just check it out, savewithcrypto.org/Blofin. Okay, I'll leave it there for the time being. Do come along to the Stochastic indicator live stream at 1 p.m. UK time if you can. That's midday UTC, so that's going to be fun. If you've got any questions there, you can always ask them in the chat there. Meanwhile, can you give this video a great big fat like, please? That'd be really, really nice. And make sure you are subscribed and you got the notifications set to all, and obviously turned on, of course. Any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And above all, see you at 1 o'clock, and tell your friends.